Hi everyone, it's Spiritual Teacher for You here. I did upgrade my mic situation, so I hope that my voice will be a little bit easier for you guys to hear, and I appreciate those that reached out to let me know that it was hard to hear. So I have my tarot deck here, and I wanted to give the collective a reading. And I want to kind of ask the same questions I asked myself this morning because I feel like that would give some clarity to some people. So this is kind of a daily reading. What do I do today? Now this is a timeless reading, so whenever this appears to you, this is for that day that you're in. So Spirit, we want to open up this session to you for the collective, and we want to know what the collective should do today specifically. Where should they focus today? Okay. Ooh, I'm feeling like a lot of you are gonna be like, okay, let's see what this says. If it doesn't resonate for you though, or if it's like I can't do that today, then it's not for you. Okay, we've got two cards that came out here. You guys, this is incredible. Today, specifically, you have been really, really, really beating your head up against a wall for something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in your life. Let me see if I can channel that. I'm hearing for a lot of you with springtime coming, you are wanting to get out in your yard and you haven't been able to yet. Or you see so much to do for your yard. Okay, so your surroundings seem to be something that is on your mind a lot right now. As far as wanting to, like, you feel jazzed up to get it going, but it also feels overwhelming. What else? Some of you feel like you have maybe bit off more than you can chew. Yeah, I definitely feel that. And that's why you're feeling a little on the burnt out, like you've overcommitted yourself here. Okay. What else? I'm hearing too that somewhat, like, some of you are you've it's almost kind of the same energy but a little different. They not necessarily overcommitting yourself, but you put it upon yourself to be responsible for a lot of people and things in your life. Which is the same kind of energy with overcommitting, kind of, but this is more, I feel more people in this energy. Like you could be a mom who's just is so into their children's lives, like y'all have a close relationship. But this feels like it's almost like there's too much pulling on your energy, possibly. What else? I'm hearing worried over plans. Worried over plans that you have. Yeah. Okay, so, and the Ten of Wands doesn't necessarily mean worry, but I'm feeling because of the things that you've committed yourself to, that there now worry has crept in, that you're not going to be able to handle it all. So, Spirit's advice to all of us going through whatever is to rest. It's to rest. Take a break. Retreat. Hey, boss, I need a sick day. Or like I'm taking a sick day. Hey, you guys, I'm taking today. I am putting my phone down. And in fact, I did that today, so it's very interesting that this came out. That's why I chuckled. I just texted all the people that I keep up with on a daily basis and said, hey, if you can't get a hold of me today, it's because I'm putting my phone away. So something like that. And they were all understanding. In fact, one of them was like, isolate, you know? So the people who are there for you will understand. Um, and so every single person that responded all had a great response, and that just makes my heart sore. It's kind of confirmation that like the people I've surrounded myself with are really like about what I'm doing, you know. So yeah, Forrest Source says you need to take a retreat. And it's not like taking a sick day and then just being lazy on the couch, although maybe you do need a day like that, honestly. But this feels more contemplative. Like, look at the prayer hands. He's not just sleeping or taking a nap. He's like being intentional about the rest. So I feel like when you take a rest, you almost need to be intentional about it. Like, I'm going to get these things done while I disconnect from everyone and everything else. And so even though you're resting, what you're resting from is all those things pulling on you and doing something that you've been wanting to do and get done and haven't been able to because you're burnt out by all the things that you feel responsible for. I definitely feel like a lot of you watching have a family and children. So, and that's where I'm feeling a big bulk of the energy towards this 10 of Wands is you are responsible for a family. So, how do you retreat from your responsibilities of being a family? That's a good question. Actually, let's ask Spirit. How do you retreat and rest, Spirit, if you have responsibilities of a family? I heard use of a babysitter, or doing a play date, possibly, if that's how you want to spend your rest day. That way you have another adult there kind of supervising. What else, Spirit? Any other 3D suggestions? I'm hearing that your children will appreciate this as well. A lot of you have children that go off to school, so that's kind of that break from that, at least until 3:00 or 2:00 or whatever. But for some of you, you have little ones that don't go to school. And so it's like, how do I get away? I took a sip of my coffee on purpose because I wanted to see how much of it picked up on the microphone, by the way, because it grinds my gears, and it's just me. And I will never complain to someone about this. I would never put this on someone's video as something that they should not do. When I have my headphones in, or even if I have it playing, whatever, and somebody takes a sip of their coffee right next to the mic, and I can hear every liquid slosh in their mouth, I almost want to like just rip my headphone out of my ear. Like it's a sound that for some reason will really get me going. And not in a good way, like really upset me. So anyways, that is not anybody's fault, and I just want to see how much of that was picked up on this microphone. But anyways, so you guys, we asked what can be done, and I gave some suggestions from Spirit. So let's see if there's anything else. Okay, and I asked what could be done for those that have the little ones at home. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Are these reversed? No. So 2 cards came out reversed. 10 of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Cups reversed. And I sometimes like to look at the cards before I announce them to y'all so I can kind of get a vibe from them. So I heard as soon as that 10 of Pentacles reversed came out that your little one can be included in your rest day. Like your little one can go with you, or to create a plan that involves your little one, because I'm hearing you learn a lot from them. And the only reason you feel so exhausted or drained is because you are, hold on, here's a big download coming from someone. Oh my God, my head is exploding right now. So some of you are having such a hard time and getting so drained by your little ones because you're fighting against something that's trying to naturally happen. You're trying to control. This is interesting. Okay, there's several things here. Okay, you're trying. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not gonna worry about offending anyone. So if it doesn't resonate, don't take it. If it does, then maybe this is a truth you need to hear. But for some of you, you are raising your child based on your own fears of where you don't want them to go down in life, what a path you don't want them to take. So a lot of you are parenting based off of control and fear. And I know it doesn't feel like that. You feel like you're protecting them. You feel like you're, trying to guide them down a good path. But something that Spirit wants you to know is they have their own path, even now as a little one. They have their own decisions that they're making. And I'm not saying let them run wild. Please don't take that any kind of way. Also, some of you know I don't have children. So it's like, well, easy for you to say, right? I'm feeling all of this, okay? But and this is not even the same, but as a teacher for 15 years, I did deal with little ones quite a bit. And the best time I had with them, oh my God, I'm getting emotional because this is the part about teaching that I miss, is when I would let go of the my lesson plans that I had to follow, the standard that I had to hit, the skills that I had to teach them based on people in the state that say those are necessary to teach our kids. I had to do that. And so it wasn't this, I made my lesson plans trying to be in a flow state, but sometimes my lesson plans would be a little lackluster because it's a daily grind, So those days were really tough to get through, but at the same time, I would make lesson plans, and then the next day I would see that they were not good, and I would have to adjust. So on those days, sometimes those would be the best days with my kids, because I would have to be like, oh my God, I don't have a plan. What if a principal comes in and watches what I'm doing? I'm not prepared. I'm not planned. I don't have things on the wall going with what I'm saying. What do there's like panic mode that would set in and kind of ruin the flow state. But some days I just wouldn't care. And today, guys, we're going to do this because that's what I'm feeling right now. And those will be some of the best days of teaching. And I would get to know my kids so well. Some of the best days were when I was just playing games with them. And they would they would show their most creative side then. They would show their most problem solving thinking skills the best then. And as soon as it started becoming more academic and me teaching them is when their blocks and their things come up. But when it was flowing and it was a game and they didn't even know that they were learning, oh God, it was the best. I'm telling you, that was the best thing. So, but those days were few and far between. So that's what I'm hearing is like, I feel like as a parent, you are really trying to plan so much of their lives and trying to control their path so much that parenting is so hard because you're trying to control so much. You can't control how your child is going to react. You can't control how they're going to be that day. So what Spirit is coming through with is saying that go with the flow. Meet your child where they're at that day. How many days would you just love for your boss to get off your back? And I hate to equate being a parent to a boss, but that's the vibe I'm getting. That's the vibe I'm getting from these parents that I'm channeling or tuning into, is that you're treating parenting like a job instead of a relationship, a partnership, a loving, caring, supportive, balanced thing. You think you have to be the one that knows everything about everything to do with your child. It just feels very controlling. And so therefore, Spirit is encouraging you to take a different approach to parenting, and allowing your child to be them, no matter how weird and crazy and goofy and illogical it is. Allow them to be them. Trying to put logic on a child, excuse me, hold on, I'm thinking about that thought before I say it. Okay, Spirit, I can't tell if this is me trying to logicize what I'm getting from Spirit, but basically what I was feeling was you can't logicize a child. And I think what I'm feeling is that the parents here are very logical thinkers. And so they're trying to apply logic to their child because you're thinking so in the future. Oh yeah, that's what it is. You're thinking so in the future for your kid. And a lot of people will say, well, that's being a good parent. Spirit's saying that's putting unnecessary resistance into the flow of your parenting because the future hasn't happened yet. All we have is right now, correct? You have to agree to that. All we have is the moment we are in right now. The future hasn't happened yet. So you can't try to control where they're growing. Okay? Okay, Spirit. I think they get the message there. So what's next? Okay, so some of you, oh, interesting. I'm hearing some of you are overly sensitive to, because with the Knight of Cups reversed, this is emotion, you know. So some of you are overly sensitive to your child's view, or overly sensitive to your child's reactions to things. Yeah, that's basically it. And I feel that this is causing you to try to predict their behaviors because you don't want to feel the overly sensitive feelings you have when they react to something. And so you're trying to predict their behavior so you can prepare for it. Ooh, you've gotten yourself in quite a cycle here, quite a kernuffle. Spirit, let's give them some advice. What's the advice on that particularly? Oh, yeah. Okay, moving on from that, letting that go. Yes, literally the Eight of Cups. Letting go of that crazy cycle of emotion I feel you going through. Trying to, and your kid can feel you trying to control their reactions, and they can feel your anxiety and fear for how they're going to react to things. Guess what that does? I'll give you just one guess, because that's all you need. Spirit's saying, calm down, Cassie. It means that your child is going to take advantage of that because they know that you're sensitive to their reactions. Oh, well, I'm going to be defiant anyways. So, it's like a game I see y'all playing. And honestly, it feels toxic because it is a toxic pattern. but you and your child are not toxic. That behavior, that pattern is. So Spirit is wanting you to let go of that pattern. And that is going to do so much for you and your child's relationship. All right. That felt specific to a small group. So if that didn't resonate with you, please don't take it. All right. So that's just for today. I can't give too much advice just for today. Just for today. Take a break and go with the flow. Let go of all you can even plan this day if you want to. If today's just not the day, like there's no way you can take a break today, plan the day that you want to take a break. That way you feel better about releasing control of all the responsibilities that you have. Yes, and get creative. Yes, the 3 of Wands on that day that you plan to just take a break, get creative that day. Do something that you haven't done in forever that makes you feel alive, that forces you to just let things flow. I just got like going to play disc golf because that's what I would do on days where I just wanted to get away from everything, was go play disc golf. And so I was like, how is that getting into the flow though? And I realized it wasn't. Well, actually it is, because you're putting everything into releasing that disc. And then after it's out of your hands, you have no control over it. So you do everything you can in this area as you're throwing the disc. But after it releases, that's it. You have no control. But yet we put the outcome of where the disc goes, we put an attachment to the outcome, right? When it's just supposed to be flow. So this is a reminder to take away the attachment to the outcome of things and just go with it. Go with it. If you want to paint, just paint. Buy 2 canvases instead of 1. That way if you mess up, you can start over. Shoot, you can start over with using the paint. I'm getting 50 First Dates where Drew Barrymore forgets, every day it's a new day. So every night she paints a mural on the garage wall or the shed wall. And every day her dad erases it and paints over it with white paint so that she can have a clean canvas for the next day. Super sweet, actually. Kind of makes me like... I mean, how cool of a person must you be for your dad and brother to want to create a life of happiness, of just complete happiness, and not make you have to worry about anything. I mean, it's not the way to go. I don't want anybody doing that for me. Screw that. What I want, or what I think I'm attracted to in that situation, is the love that they felt for her. So, and I have people that love me like that. Okay, some cards came out. Yes. So with this, with you, okay, hold on. With you getting into this creative flow state, there's an ending that is going to happen that has been needing to happen for so long. And it's definitely the way you view things, the way you look at things. Your viewpoint is squashed. You see that face in the ground, like that viewpoint that you've been having for so long will die because once you get in the flow state, you will see, oh, what? All I did was open myself up and this is what came out of me? It's amazing. And it's going to take boldness on your part. It's going to take you just doing it, just getting over the fear of trying to control everything and just let it flow. I'm telling you, for those that like to plan things, plan a day where you take off work, you tell people today you are going to be non-responsive, turn off your phone, and go at it. Just go. Just do it. Just do it. And guess what? It's going to be victorious for you. In fact, I see this like elevating you in every area of your life. Physically, mentally, your job, academically, your brain. I mean, literally, I see you just every part of your life becoming so much more by getting into this flow state. You don't believe me, I can tell, but this is the seed being planted, and I hope that one day it will grow. All right, Spirit, let's end on a good note to send them on. We've got Judgment. Like I said, this is you have all this. Okay, so this is interesting. All of your cards are minor arcana up until now. You finally got a major arcana card, and it's Judgment, because this is the awakening. And up until you choose to finally take a break and rest and allow and let go of control, of trying to control every aspect of your life, you can go down many different paths here. That's why it's minor arcana. You have choices to make every day. And the path to letting go of control is a bumpy one. It just does not a flip of a switch. I hope it's like that for you. But in my experience, it comes and goes in waves. It comes and goes in waves. By Dean Lewis. I just used that song on a video, actually. Because just like the ocean, the waves in the ocean, the back and forth pool, we go back so we can reflect on like, oh, this energy doesn't feel like it used to. Let me go up. And then you'll go back to what you were doing. It's like, oh, this don't feel right. Let me go up where it feels right. And it's almost like there's this push and pull and push and pull until you're finally up and you're like, oh wow, I'm not even doing the things that I was doing anymore. I'm not even thinking like I used to think anymore. It's actually a beautiful process as long as you continue to believe and hope and have faith that you are moving forward, even if it feels like some days you're taking a step back. You have to have faith, okay? And with this Judgment coming in, this is like a message, and I'm hearing Archangel Gabriel coming with a message or sending a message to the universe or whatever. There's a message in the ether out there that is saying you're ready, that you are ready. And it's done. I'm hearing it's done. You've already made the decision. It's almost like this video is confirmation to you. Even if you're like, I don't feel the energy towards that at all. Trust me, it's there. Yeah. And you're ready. You're open. You're open to receive this. So that's something you can affirm right now. Spirit, I am open to letting go of control and opening to the flow of spirit. I am open to co-create with you. I am open to abundance. I am open to new ways of looking at things. I am open to having new opportunities. I am open to you with love and light. Archangel Michael, I ask for your protection for everyone who decides to be open. Show them that they are supported. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. Okay, you guys, that is all for today. I appreciate you being here, and I hope my new mic is as satisfying to me as it is satisfying to you as it is to me. It is really cool. I like it a lot. It's colorful and it looks like one of those, like studio. I'm trying to get it, but the cord is, I don't want to move anything. Anyways. All right. I'll stop being a kid. No, never stop being a kid. All right. Much love and light, guys. Mwah.